What's up YouTube, it's Louis here, I hope you're all well. We're taking a look at Vechain today. I've actually been in Vechain since 1 cent, since about 2019, late 2019. So I was here for the March crash and I did see this crazy 28x from my entry point over here, just below 1 cent. I did actually start to go a bit crazy over here on this run up and taking profits in around 23 cents. Yes, I did reinvest that at the bottom. That did make profit, and unfortunately, as we start to capitulate here, I basically had to take it out at break even. What I reinvested down here, I basically sold on this dump as Bitcoin was losing this low. For Bitcoin, that was about 39k. I kept on saying for Bitcoin at that time, I'm going to sell half my coins if we ever do lose this, and I'm going to invest at the bottom. That's basically what I've done for Bitcoin and for my other coins, especially Vechain. Now, going forward, as you can see, we'll just go randomly from here. You can see what Vechain has in store, but I did mostly get in around 1 cent down here. You can see 25x, absolutely incredible gains. And when I do see people talking nonsense about Vechain, I do laugh because they say, no, it don't make money. The people that say it don't make money, they've clearly just entered crypto since here. I've seen it since down here. I don't know if it was since its inception. This is all the data I've got, and I only found out about it over here. But go check out the fundamental side to Vechain. That's your guys' job. My job here is to keep you informed with the day-to-day moves. And if you do appreciate that and like these videos and want to support the channel, please subscribe. We're trying to hit 5k. Leave a comment below every single video if you can. It helps with the algorithm, but I do actually read them as well, and I do appreciate every single comment. And of course, leave a like to bump that algorithm, bump us up to the top of the search results for Vechain. Now, of course, bearish horse was always negative, and that's why once we ran into it, we were basically confirming that as resistance. So pretend this was bullish now. We've just broken above this, and it's just formed, and now we need to fall back to it to confirm it as support. It won't just keep running into the abyss. So basically, what I'm trying to get, it's not going to keep running down without actually pulling back and confirming that bearish cross as support. You see it over here when we've formed this bullish cross. You were way up here, but eventually coming down. This is important if you're actually on the channel watching other videos of mine, especially with quant. This is what we're actually waiting for with quant on the weekly time frame. It's formed a bullish cross, and people are wanting to FOMO, but I'm basically stating to them that although this bullish cross is formed, we need to fall back, and Vechain is a clear example of doing that over here. But also with the bearish cross, it does need to fall back. So yeah, if you are a member of our community and you are watching the quant videos, then yeah, the same for quant. Now, the reason why I was so willing to make this Vechain update, I want to go make these Vechain updates more going forward. And if you do appreciate and do want to see more updates, let me know in the comments. I need to know, I need to have the engagement, because likes, like I was just saying, you like the video. I need to know if you actually want to see more Vechain videos. So let me know in the comment section down below. You can see from the all-time high, Vechain hasn't basically moved since it's bottomed out. This is why I like it, because we're seeing quant basically up here. And if this was the quant chart, quant is way up here essentially. So with Vechain still got to do that, and from current price, you can see back up to the all-time high is over a 10x. So this is amazing gains just back to the all-time high. If the bottom is in, which we're seeing on quant and XRP, because they're flipping the weekly EMAs bullish, just need to see Bitcoin do so, and so that's when the rest of the alts will pump, and that's why the coins that are so high at the moment, it'd be an amazing opportunity to start switching them over into the coins that haven't just pumped yet. Don't mean everything, but yeah, just think about that, or think about just getting into coins that haven't pumped anyway. But you can see if we were to ever actually reclaim 10 cent, this is where I could say, yes, we're in the bull market. We're above this key resistance over here, which is actually what sent us down. So if I know that if we're ever climbing back above this key resistance of 9 cent, this 9 cent psychological level, if we ever are closing above that and this 10 cent 618, then we should see Vechain start that ascendancy to around 28 cent. But not only to there, once we do close above 28 cent, Vechain will actually have a bull market target of anywhere between 58 cent to $1.45. So what I'm personally going to do is I'm going to personally start to scale out from here, majority of my position actually, and then start taking out smaller amounts afterwards. I don't want to take a little bit out here and wait for my big amount to hit here, and that never hit. This is something that actually happened to me in this past bull run. We were expecting much higher targets, the 2 targets for Bitcoin, but Bitcoin just flat out stopped at the 1618 in around 65k, and the second time in around 69k. So that's why I'm going to look to front run the market, especially Vechain. Yeah, I made crazy profit with Vechain. It's amazing that we're back at essentially those levels where I initially entered. I had 100% gain above that. But yeah, very early stages in Vechain, basically. Go check out the partnerships. I do make sure to check out who the CEO, who the founder of Vechain is. Very interesting. What I would say, yeah, we're bullish once we're above here with technical targets at 60 to $1.45, anywhere between them. You can see potentially this is one shoulder ahead, and we need to wait for this other shoulder. It potentially could be this, or you could be coming up, that's the head, and you can form another shoulder over here. We just need to wait for that pattern, but this is something that we did see on XRP, on Bitcoin at the moment. It just hasn't broken out yet, but we've also seen it on Quant. So this is why my attention is completely on Vechain, because it's just basically a laggard. And if we know what the others are doing, then going forward, this should do the same. It's just a bit lagged. Now I'm going to put a trend line from this top over here, going through all these points. And you can actually see from there to there. If we go to the daily, it's a little bit clearer. Let's get this exact. So this was actually the fundamental news event last week. I don't know if it was the CPI data. I've forgotten, but yeah, I think it was that. Now, we did actually dump at first with Bitcoin and all the coins, but it quickly, swiftly recovered. Although this was against what should have happened, the news was, the fundamental news event, the data was greater than the forecast. So when that actually happens, it means that dollar, everything against dollar should weaken and dollar should strengthen. And so that's why Vechain did actually go down first, because this is Vechain against US dollar. So if this chart is going down, you see the red candles. That basically means that dollar is having more power than Vechain at the than Vechain. And when this is green, Vechain is actually more powerful than dollar. It's actually gaining more dollar. This is why you need more dollar to buy Vechain. But when dollar's in power, you'll need less dollars to buy Vechain, because Vechain's worth less. So over here, you can see that with this daily trend line, we've got some key resistance here. Just by those 2 points, I know this is accurate, but I want to have more occasions. So over here, you have some key resistance where we did actually climb above it and confirm it as support before quickly going back under and confirming it as resistance. Having these multiple touches is what's giving me confidence that this trend line is correct. Over here, you have some exact touches as resistance, and when you actually climbed above it, you failed to find support, quickly flipping it exactly into resistance again, meeting it as resistance again over here, and support right there, and support again over here. So there's multiple occasions where this is being respected. So I know that this is a line of focus going forward. So it's good to see that, because Vechain has essentially been accumulating, basically going sideways, holding this low. So this is the point where everything changed. I do not want to see Vechain closing below 2 cents. If we see Vechain closing below 2 cents, the bottom is not in, we are going lower. And the reason is, you can see when we ran into this 20 EMA, this purple line, we spiked up into it and we capitulated, losing that low. So the same thing should happen when we spike up into it, and we should capitulate and lose the low. Unfortunately, that's not what happened. So the lowest point right there, that's the point where everything changed, where we started creating this uptrend and started taking out all these little highs over here, started to make higher highs. This high is higher than this. It isn't higher than this, but it is higher than what was down here. And we need to go from the bottom. From the bottom, you made a high, higher low, higher high, and now you need to stay above this pivot point where everything changed. And currently, that is the lowest point, which is still higher than this previous low. So technically, you do have higher lows. And so going forward, we want to now take out this high. How do we know if we're actually going to take out this high? Well, we need to climb above the 55 daily EMA, take out this resistance at about 2.5 cents. And once we are closing daily candles above 2.5 cents, we should see an increase to 3.5 cents. From down here, if you were to take this trade with a stop loss below 2 cents, then this could be a 50% trade for Vechain now given to you on the channel. As long as this low holds, which is 2 cents, we should go up. This is a key resistance that could push you down to the low. This is why you want to have your stop loss below this low, or even actually really below this low. So going forward, if we ever do see Vechain climbing up above the 55 EMA at 2.4 cent, this is when we should actually expect to climb to this midpoint, because it is the golden pocket right there. We'll make it gold for you. And so this will be a short-term resistance. And then if we can break above it, this is where we've got targets much further to the upside. You can see this would be a massive double bottom accumulation. And this would be mirroring many altcoins that actually have already gone up, okay? A key resistance will be this 200 EMA when we get up to it. And yeah, looking at this target, if we were to ever close above this neckline of this double bottom, you do have a 1618 target at 4.5 cent. However, I want to give you a more specific target from the low to the high. If we're closing above 3.4 cent, your W patterns target is technically almost 6 cents. You can see from current prices, it's an amazing risk to reward. 155% to a potential 13% loss. This is an insane risk to reward. If I just show you. Oh, I don't know why that's happened, guys. Stop loss. Don't know why it's done that. Here we go. So you can see a risk reward of 11. This is insane when really some people are doing 1-to-1s, 2-to-1s, 3-to-1s. This is 11. So whatever you're risking here, you could potentially 11 times with leverage. So thank you. You don't need leverage with this, by the way. I'm just saying that. But thank you, guys. I hope you enjoyed today's update. If there's anything you didn't really understand and you want to be taught it by me, I do offer one-on-one mentoring as well as a course. I'm going to play a little snippet right now of one of my students who joined in the last 3 months, posting on my Twitter yesterday. I just quickly wanted to bring your attention over here to my crypto Twitter, Louis_crypto. One of my students who's joined in the last 3 months, Charo, all the way from America, has actually profited over $6,000. Can you believe this? In less than 3 months. It's amazing to see what he's achieved in such a little space of time, because he actually did mention that he had no prior knowledge to crypto before joining. The course will go through this all completely, as well as the mentorship. You don't need to have any prior knowledge. I will make you into a self-sufficient trader. I'll give you all the tools to do so. It's just you need to go and build the house. Charo managed to build the house, and it's just amazing to see how quickly people can change their lives. Thank you guys for supporting the channel after all these months, a year now. And I just want to say, please leave a comment under this video, help the channel grow to 5K subscribers, and leave a like. Thanks.